is Local 3 News at 4.
The largest bank collapse in the U.S. since 2008 is causing many of us to ask, do we need to be worried about our money?
A security guard at Erlanger Hospital is accused of shooting another guard.
And some parents are suing Hamilton County Schools, saying their child was the victim of a vicious email campaign and nothing was done to stop it. Thank you for watching on this Monday. I'm David Carroll.
And I'm Cindy Sexton. The largest bank collapse since 2008 hit a tech lender on Friday. The Silicon Valley Bank didn't raise enough money to put an end to its capital crisis. California regulators shut down the bank and put it in control of the U.S. Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, which is acting as a receiver. And that usually means the FDIC will liquidate the bank's assets to pay back its customers. A lot of experts are worried this will turn into another recession.
Should we be concerned? Dallas Payton is here with more. Dallas.
David, Cindy, professor believes the collapse isn't anywhere close to what happened in 2008. On top of the FDIC stepping in to protect insured and uninsured depositors, the Federal Reserve and Treasury are on standby to assist if needed. UTC professor Bento Lobo says regulators' goal is to get another bank to take over Silicon Valley Bank the same way JP Morgan took over Washington Mutual in 2008. Lobo suspects this will make customers wonder what's going on with their banks and if they should start looking to pull out their money.
Most of our banks are extremely well secured and are well regulated, especially in the wake of the 2007-2008 crisis. And so there is no need for panic. And I think the FDIC, Federal Reserve, and Treasury have acted in a way to calm markets and to calm depositors.
Lobo says there's no need for people to start withdrawing funds out of their banks. At 6, hear about the importance of putting your money in more than one place. David?
Thank you, Dallas, and we'll hear from the president on the collapse coming up in the next half hour.
And state regulators shut down New York-based Signature Bank yesterday. It was closed over the weekend to allow the FDIC to take control over operations. Governor Kathy Hochul told New Yorkers the state's banking community is stable and no taxpayer dollars are at risk.
A security guard at Erlanger, employed by Walden Security, is accused of shooting another guard on the job. Chattanooga police say Jace Jenkins is charged with reckless endangerment. Jenkins says he was just joking around with the other guard and didn't mean to hurt him. Police say the victim kicked Jenkins, who then pulled his gun, apparently unaware it was loaded. Jenkins says he fell onto a table and that caused him to pull the trigger. The victim says he plans to press charges.
Parents of a student at East Hamilton Middle School are suing the school system for negligence and infliction of emotional distress. The lawsuit says a 13-year-old student was the target of online harassment and bullying, claiming extremely graphic content of the student and an unnamed art teacher was sent to about 100 students' email accounts. The lawsuit claims school officials knew about the emails for months and did not do anything about it. The parents say their daughter has suffered from psychological damage. Hamilton County school administrators claim they have not received the lawsuit.
Shootings in Chattanooga have more than doubled compared to this time last year. Officers have responded to 16 shootings in January and February compared to only 7 in the same period last year. 5 of this year's shootings were deadly compared to 2 last year. We'll talk with Chief Celeste Murphy tomorrow as she marks the end of her first year with the city.
Chattanooga police say a woman was hit and killed on Highway 27 South this morning. They say she was standing in the rain and in the right travel lane when she was hit. The driver of the car was arrested for suspicion of DUI. The woman was 29 years old.
A Chattanooga man has been arrested for arson. Police responded to a home on Brett Street off Dodson Avenue when a neighbor called saying a man threatened to set a house on fire. The officer went inside and found Ralph Boston manipulating objects that were on fire. The homeowner arrived and said Boston did not live there and did not have permission to be there. He's charged with arson and aggravated criminal trespassing.
30 years ago, at least 20 inches of snow was hitting Chattanooga.
But now, if you'd been watching this channel back then, you wouldn't have been surprised because our good friend and former chief meteorologist Paul Barris predicted that the historic snowfall was coming, and he did so 5 days in advance.
We are going to get dumped on around here. I mean, something you haven't seen in a few years.
Now, Paul and I were on the air that Saturday morning in 1993. The grocery stores were packed. Still, no amount of preparation could prepare any of us for this hopefully once in a lifetime blizzard.
We all hope that. And here are some more pictures and videos from that time. David and Paul were sitting on the set. The studio doors were open and my husband drove me into work. That was us coming into the studio a minute ago.
And we have many more pictures from viewers from that day. See, all these folks you're seeing here are 30 years older now, but they all have great memories of what happened in 1993. And I shouldn't say always great memories. Many of us have memories of being without power for several days and just dealing with the aftermath of days and days of snow.
You see us just trying to get into the building. That was the blizzard. That was just right in the middle of it. And we didn't see any roads all the way in, 16 miles. It was a whiteout, and I had never seen one before.
And I haven't seen one since then. So let's hope we won't be seeing any snowfall like that anytime soon.